they would be able to make better conclusions if they got to know each person and actually had that genuine care for each person. But that's just a little side note. Like, at the time we did want to get married in the Kingdom Hall, but looking back on it now, honestly, I think it was a little blessing because we got married somewhere really special to us, and it was a really great place, and it just worked out perfectly for us and what we wanted as a couple. And so, anyway, that's just a side note. Yes, they didn't allow us to get married in the hall, even though we were doing everything they wanted of us. I think me being sick and being attending less was, making them sort of concerned where they should have been more, caring and like wondering what was going on, like get to the bottom of it rather than just assuming. Anyways, fast forward, we're still doing our best in this religion. We got married. Shortly after getting married, I got pregnant. With my son. And another amazing thing that happened, wasn't exactly planning it, but it was a blessing in disguise. And we were doing the best we could. Being young, I was still 18, and being still pretty sick, and now pregnant. Basically, we're just, taking it every day as it comes, and we were in a new congregation at that point, and it wasn't really going the best for us. Like, it just felt really cold, but we did the best we could, honestly. So, just going along, trying to do the best we could, and we felt like in our situation where we were young parents, or parents to be, and newlyweds, and just I have this illness. Just we felt in our situation that it would be really helpful to have someone from the congregation, like an older person, more knowledgeable and like wise and all that, come and maybe just like go through some encouraging stuff with us, just give us a bit of help. Maybe just like once every few weeks, just come over and like just talk about some topics that we felt we needed a little bit more encouragement or help with. It didn't have to be forever, just for a bit, until we felt like we sort of felt a bit closer to Jehovah, as they call it. Because we weren't able to, be so active and attend 100% because of our situation, we felt that would, really benefit us, having someone just give us a little bit of encouragement. And we tried asking, and we were basically, in a way, denied it. They did come over and they said that we have to put in the effort because we are baptized, and that it's up to us, and basically just weren't the nicest about it. Made a few comments that really stuck with me and made me think, this just doesn't sit right with me. But we stuck with it, and we were still doing our best. And this was at the point where Nate was, my son Nate is his name, was I think about 2 years old at this point, so I'd already had him, and I think around that age is when we found out that I was pregnant again. And I think we moved to a different area at this point, so we were now in the second or third congregation we had been in since being married. All of them, by the way, weren't very helpful for our situation or encouraging or anything. They basically just, it felt like that we had to be at the meetings, and if we weren't, then we weren't worth the time. Like, it was like, that's when they would want to, help us if we were there. But if we weren't there, they just didn't want to put in the effort, like, to give us encouragement. It's more like, if we're not seeing you do it, then are you really wanting to do this? Like, although we were asking for help. So I thought that would kind of show. But anyway, moving on from that. So yeah, we had basically a really disheartening, feeling after talking to what they call elders and getting all these responses. And at this point, I think we were just like, because I was constantly praying, asking for at least some sort of help in some way, or just something that could, make me feel a little bit closer to him, to Jehovah, that is. And so I felt like I was constantly praying about it, and as I thought, this is it, this is the right thing to do. And so I felt like, after praying and praying and praying about it and trying to do our best in a pretty hard situation, and then getting this response, it was just like, is this the right thing? But we still stuck with it. And sorry, slight interruption there. Yeah, we still stuck with it. Like, we are not the type of people that just give up on things easily. Like, no matter what men do, we had that trust in God, and still to this day I have trust in God. And so it wasn't the relationship with God that was being sort of like, starting to sort of like break. It was the trust in the authority of this religion. Like, the elders in the religion are supposed to be, they're appointed as those elders, and they're supposed to be, pretty trustworthy, like, good people. And we just weren't having those experiences. Like, I just never had those experiences growing up until, having kids of my own. Never had those experiences of any elder really being that trustworthy, as an appointed elder should be. And so we stuck by it even after all these comments and all the trials and tribulations we had faced at this point. And we had another child. We had a little girl. Her name's Elia. And at this point, we were just going, just really plodding along, like, sticking to the religion, doing the best we could, just, thinking this was what we were meant